Assalamualaikum 8th class students. Today we are going to start our new chapter of chemistry, that is chapter number 2, structure of atoms. In this chapter we will discuss about the theories and experiments of Ernest Rutherford and Niels Bohr for the structure of atom. After that we will discuss what are isotopes of different atoms and their uses, and then we will see how electrons are arranged in different shells and subshells according to Aufbau principle. Let's start today's topic, that is Rutherford's atomic model given by Ernest Rutherford. In previous classes you have studied about the atom. Atom is the smallest particle of matter. It has fundamental particles, negatively charged electrons, positively charged protons and neutral charge. Fundamental particle of atom is neutron. Rutherford in 1911 performed the experiment in order to know the arrangement of electron and protons in an atom. For the experiment he used alpha particles, which are helium nuclei, and the source of alpha particle was enclosed in a lead container with a small hole through which alpha particles can pass. Helium nuclei are He++, doubly positively charged. They are formed by disintegration of polonium. Polonium is a source of alpha particle. Polonium is a metal atom. Disintegration means breakdown. When polonium is broken down, it forms alpha particles and some other elements. After that, he used gold foil with thickness 0.00004 centimeter, which contain approximately 1000 atoms. To capture the alpha particles, he used a fluorescent screen. This fluorescent screen captured the alpha particles which are bombarded to the gold foil. What he has observed? He has observed that most particles pass straight, some has shows slightly deflection, and 1 in 1 million shows that small deflection greater than 90 degree. Some rays were making the angle greater than 90 degree. Let's compare this experiment with an example of cotton ball with dense sphere. This sphere was too dense that a bullet cannot move it. What will happen when we pass the many bullets from it? Then many of the bullets will pass straight. What will happen if they will hit the side of the center? Then they will show small deflection. And what will happen if the bullets will directly hit the center of the cotton ball? Then it will be rebounded. On the basis of these observations, he has concluded that undeflected particles were more. It means there were most space in an atom is empty. There must be most space in atom is empty. That's why there were many undeflected particles. You can see here from the source of alpha particles, many particles were passed straight from the atom. Massive alpha particles are not deflected by the electrons. They do not show the deflection due to the electrons. But in his experiment, Rutherford observed the deflection of few alpha particles. So he has concluded that deflection of few alpha particles is due to electrostatic repulsion between alpha particles and positively charged part of the atom. Electrostatic repulsion is a force that appears between similar type of electric charges. As alpha particles are doubly positively charged, so there were deflection of alpha particles. Here you can watch when alpha particles hit the positively charged part of the atom, they deflected and force of repulsion is produced. The particles which are making angle greater than 90 degree shows that they hit directly the positively charged part of the atom, so large force of repulsion appears here. If the positively charged part would be greater in size, then there should be more deflected rays. But the deflection of few alpha particles tells that size of positively charged part of the atom is very small. On the basis of these conclusions, Rutherford proposed a new model for the atom. He proposed a planetary model similar to a solar system in which sun is in between and planets are revolving around the sun. Electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circles, and these circles are called orbits. Atom as a whole is neutral. Then the mass of an atom is concentrated in a very small dense sphere. Dense sphere is positively charged, and he gave this positively charged dense sphere is nucleus. Centripetal force is formed due to the revolution of electrons. It balances the electrostatic force of attraction between nucleus and the electrons. Here you can see centripetal force is a force that acts on a body moving in a circular path. Electrons are moving in a circular path and is directed towards the center. What is in center? Positively charged nucleus is in the center, around which the body is moving. It is called centripetal force. You can see here, nucleus is small, dense. Electrons are revolving around it in a circle, and the size of nucleus is very small as compared to size of atom. Rutherford's atomic model was rejected due to the following defects. His theory was based on classical physics that suggests that electrons, being a charged particle, will emit energy continuously when it is revolving around the nucleus. The orbit of the revolving electron becomes smaller and smaller, and what will happen? There will be collapse in the structure of the atom, and there will be no atom present over here. They will vanish, they will finish. Another defect was about the spectrum. What is the spectrum? Spectrum is a band of colors. Have you seen a rainbow? There are different colors. It is just like that. A band of colors is spectrum. So, if revolving electrons emit energy continuously, there must be a continuous spectrum. Here you can see band of colors which are continue with other colors. But in fact, line spectrum is obtained that shows that revolving electrons does not emit energy continuously. By using these defects, some other scientists proposed new models that we will discuss in next lectures. It was all about today's Rutherford atomic model. Thank you.